Well, you've read the title and you clicked on this video, so I'm sure you're probably thinking about getting some PPF. My name is TJ, I'm the owner here at Sharkey Detailing and Tint in Sarasota, Florida. Obviously, being the owner, I would love you guys to come here. But the truth is, there's a lot of good shops out there. We're not the only one. I'd be lying to your face if I told you so. So what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna show you around. This is a C7 Corvette. It's got 1,500 miles. It's pretty much brand new. It's from 2019. So for having 1,500 miles over 7 years, that's about as new as it could possibly be. So we did full body paint protection film on it. The reason being, it has low miles. The owner wanted to keep it looking as good as it does now. I mean, there's not a single rock chip on it, so perfect time to protect it. But I'm gonna be showing you what goes into all our installs. We're gonna get very up close and personal on every single edge around this car. We're not gonna skip any of them, because that is the important thing. There's a lot of different PPF shops, and a lot of people can put on PPF. The thing that really separates people is how the edges all look, because anyone could slap the film on the car and get it on there. Sure, it'll look okay at best. But the big thing is going around the edges. A lot of places will just do a pattern. So if you have your panel here, the edge will just run right up to the edge. It won't actually wrap around. So you want to make sure the material is all getting wrapped around. So that's why we're going to be showing you every single edge on this car. I'm not even going to make any cuts. We're just going to walk around it so you guys can see it all in real time. And this will show you exactly what a good PPF job should look like. So if you are in the market, you can find a good shop around you. Just make sure you're looking at reviews. If they have, hundreds of 5-star reviews, you probably have nothing to worry about. But even better, if you can see some of their work, a lot of times we'll have, like for us, for example, we'll have a car here in the shop we're doing PPF on. But if not, that's why I make videos like this. So you can just check out all the work online. You can see tons of projects we've done in the past. We do this all the time. So there's a lot of content on our channel. But if you're looking around your local area for shops, see if they post on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. And even better, if you can see if they have a car in the shop, that is the best thing you could do. So let's take a look around the car. All right, we're gonna start off right at the front end with the front bumper. So first big thing, every shop, no matter what, you should be removing badges. There is no reason to leave them on the car. Some places will have a cutout around the badge. It's supposed to come off. That way you're just like this. As you can see, PPF runs all under here. There's no edge because it's all under the badge. That is the first thing. Moving on, let's just look along this top edge. As you can see, everything is wrapped. There is no lines across any of these edges here. Let's move to the bottom. Now, you gotta be realistic with some of these parts. So on this bumper, you do have to put a seam in the middle here. You probably can't even see it on camera. I think you can see it right there. So there is a seam. You can't do this bumper in one piece. The material won't bend like that. So sometimes there's gonna be seams on parts like bumpers. It's totally normal. It just should look good. It shouldn't look bad. We'll get in here. As you can see, let's get the focus. Look at that. PPF is all tucked under the edge there. And then let's start going backwards here. So we'll do the hood and the fender at the same time. Let's get this to focus. As you can see, no edges across this. Everything is tucked. There is no lines here where the PPF ends. Continue going around. Let's look at the roof here. Once again, everything's tucked under. There is no lines where the material ends. Get nice up close and personal here. Absolutely perfect. Now, again, like I was saying with the front bumpers, mirrors are the same way. You're usually gonna have a seam at some point. So on this mirror, for example, we have one right along. It's gonna be kind of hard to see because again, it's a tight seam. There you go. Oh, let's get the focus going. All right, as you can see, right in the middle here, it is seamed all the way to about right here. You can't bend the material around this whole mirror, so you're gonna have to put a seam somewhere. You have to expect it. Now again, it shouldn't be obvious. It should look just like that, where it's kind of hard to see. Back to the doors. Door trims are removed, so everything is wrapped under here. In fact, if we open these doors, you'll be able to see on the inside here. Let's get it in focus. All right, the PPF wraps all the way around this edge, and then it ends somewhere right in here. Everything's wrapped around. Same with the fenders here. PPF ends right about here. I think you can kind of see it right there. So that it's all wrapped in, covering all the outside edges. Moving on, let's look at the hatch and the fender while we're at it. Everything's wrapped around. No edges, everything's wrapped. Going back here to the bumper. Let's see, where can we go here? We got the badge again. All these badges should have come off. No reason to put on cutouts around the badges. It looks stupid. We actually did a spoiler on this car. This one doesn't tuck totally into the edge here just because it's mashed up against this thing. It'll cause vibrations over time, but it's right up to the edge. You'll never ever see it. Moving over here, same thing as usual. Zoom in to these two edges. Everything is wrapped. There's one part we didn't, it's not 100% wrapped. If you can even see way down in this crack, the PPF ends. It's because to take out these, you have to unbolt the whole fender. Not worth doing that in a car of this low mileage. But you can't see anything from outside. You have to really dig in here. And it's totally normal to be able to see lines way down in there. You can't even see it, so you get the point. And then moving on, let's look at this top panel. Again, nothing. The edges are all perfect. This is how PPF jobs should look, guys. There shouldn't be edges visible everywhere. And then we'll get in here in this fender. This will be the last spot we'll look at. Everything wrapped in, no edges right here. Perfect. So if you're looking for a shop to do this work, you need to make sure that you're asking if they wrap edges, or at the very, very least, get it very, very close. Now, there are some spots where wrapping edges isn't a great idea. If I just back up here, I'll point to you. Right here where the fender and the bumper meets, you usually don't want to wrap these edges because these do kind of tend to vibrate on some cars, especially if this gap is small. So a lot of times it's not the best idea to wrap those edges. We didn't totally wrap those. We have them kind of halfway down in there. But again, you shouldn't be able to see a line coming across the surface. And the big reason for this is because while it'll look fine when you initially pick it up, you probably won't even notice that the edges aren't wrapped. After a couple months, and you've probably seen this before, here's a picture, these edges will start to pick up dirt and they'll even start to kind of detach from the car and they just start to look bad, especially on a car with white paint or any other light color. On a black car, you won't notice it. On a white car, you will see lines running across every single edge. It'll be towards the end of every single panel. It just looks silly. I mean, there's no point. You'll save, maybe $200–300 on the install, and it looks terrible after a couple months and starts picking up dirt. So wrapping edges, that's the #1 thing you gotta find. And don't just take their word for it. Make sure you're seeing something online, or if you could see it in person, even better. But something like this, where they have a walk-around video of the job that they've done, get some real proof that this is the work they do. And as always, just check out the Google reviews, guys. Again, if they have hundreds of 5 stars, it's gonna be fine. But if you're going to a place that has, 20 reviews or, 50 reviews and maybe they don't even have all 5 stars, don't be shocked when you get a problem, especially if they're cheaper than everyone else. And that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. The last thing is just the material they're using. Now, there is a ton of great materials out there. Don't let anyone tell you that the film they're using is the best. Everybody's gonna say that. But there's a ton of great materials. We use Legend. They have a 12-year warranty. Most brands have a warranty of about 10 years. Not a lot of them do 12. I think there's some other brands. But there's a ton of good. I mean, just off the tip of my tongue, we got Legend, Expel, Suntech, Lumar. There's so many good brands out there, guys. The brand is not very important. It's the shop that is doing it. You could put the best film, someone could tell you they have the best film ever, whatever, and then you have someone who doesn't really know what they're doing, put it on, and then again, you're gonna have all these edges. The whole install is not gonna look great. And then you could have a mediocre film, you have someone really good do it, and then it's gonna look good. So the big thing is, obviously make sure they're using a decent brand that has, not something from China, the big one, and then also something that has a good warranty. And just make sure the company's been around a while. If you Google it and you can't find any information on it, probably not a good brand. So just make sure they're using a decent brand. But again, the biggest thing is going to be the shop that is installing it. So make sure that they are going to do a good job and that they have shown you that they are capable of doing a good job. But that's all I got for today. I could talk for hours and bore you to death about this stuff. I could do it all day long, but I'm not going to. This is pretty much the most important stuff you'll need to know. So #1, wrap edges, good material, good reviews, and they have shown you videos of their work. Those are the 4 things to look for. If you have all 4 of those and you're confident in the company, go for them. It might be a little more expensive than someone else. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for the guarantee that the work's gonna be done right. So I hope this video helps you guys. If you're in the Sarasota area, you know where to find us. We're here at 6292 Tower Lane. But if you're not anywhere nearby, just follow these 4 things that I told you and you'll be able to find a really good shop near you. So thank you guys for watching. Feel free to check out any other videos on the channel and we'll see you guys in the future.